Welcome to Mr. Bobcats podcast. I'm your host, Will.
Your host, Chris.
And Hornets lose. Once again, we end our three-game homestand at 1-2. They facing the Brooklyn Nets. We lose 133 to 121. I thought it was an overall pretty good game from our squad, except for LaMelo Ball. Going through the stats real quick. We had Hayward, 15 points on 6 of 11. PJ with 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 of 14. Mark Williams, 8 for 8, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Terry, 23 points, 10 of 19, 9 assists, which is, I don't remember the last time he's gotten that many assists. Brandon Miller, coming off the bench. He's not going to be coming off the bench much longer. 22 points, 7 of 16. It was a lot better in the first half, kind of struggled in the second half, but he also had himself 9 rebounds. Very impressive. One of the best plus minuses on the team. Once again, really a full team effort. And then you get to LaMelo Ball. 8 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 of 12 shooting. Fouled out 22 minutes. Still had a pretty good plus minus, but overall was just not a positive player. We were down as much as 21 points in the first. Are we one of the... I feel like we're the worst first quarter team in the league. Is that like safe to say?
I mean, yeah, I can't say much about it. It's yeah. That first quarter set us up for failure. If I'm not mistaken, we didn't have a lead at all in today's game.
Nope.
So.
Did not lead once in today's game. Nets had 17 first quarter transition points, which is just crazy. We got it down to 7 in the third, and also we got it down to 7 in the second quarter due to some bad Nets turnovers. Nets had 74 points in the paint. Hornets had 64, but the whole game I'm thinking they could get whatever they want down there. Cam Thomas has his third straight 30-point game. Really good game overall from our team. I mean, 121 points is good. I mean, that'll win you a lot of games, but to give up 133 at home, I mean, that's...
It's time to open up the dictionary. Look up what defense means, because holy moly.
That's what I'm saying. That was crazy.
I'll buy them all one. Starting with LaMelo.
So first thing we need to address is LaMelo Ball. This is the third game. Been very inconsistent. I think he's now 25% from the field on the season. Bad turnovers, bad foul trouble, some weird defense. He's putting up shots that I really don't like to see. Last game, he was getting to the rim, and I liked how he was getting to the free throw line. But this game, I don't know how many games it's going to take for him to finally get back in rhythm. What are your initial impressions of him out there, and like what do you think about his game, particularly in this game? We know he's been bad, but like this game, what did you see?
He was just chucking up shots. It's like as if he wasn't really trying. Seriously, if you like, obviously we both watched the game. I was there. It just looked like he was just chucking up shots and hoping they go in. He'll do his little dribbling move, step back, and then shoot the ball and, miss. It'll go wide left of the rim, wide right of the rim. Last game, not to mention he airballed. It's like, try. It looks like as if you're trying pickup, try. Every time he tried to attack the basket, he decides he wants to take on 2-3 people that are standing right there. And I'm like, yeah. Of course you're going to get blocked. And then you complain for a foul? No, you ain't going to get that. Come on, man. It's just ridiculous. And today's game, like, he pissed me off. Like, that I just couldn't. I was sitting there watching. He barely played the second quarter. I don't know if you noticed that. And then he barely played the third. And then when he went into the fourth, decided he wants to foul early, gets subbed out, gets subbed back in, and gets his 6th foul. His stats, he may have 8 assists, no defense whatsoever. Scoring was horrible. It's ridiculous. 0 of 6 from 3 as well. That's not going to cut it for a guy that we just paid how much?
$250 million.
That's not going to cut it. I understand he's coming back. He's come back from his surgery. He's still, finding his rhythm again, getting back into it.
The paint was free this game, but it was free for everyone except LaMelo Ball. And he did have another air ball.
Oh, I probably just forgot about it because I turned off when I was at the I couldn't.
So he's on an air ball streak. We'll have to see how long that goes for.
Hey, Richard got a goaltend today. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good goaltend.
Yep, there's the average. 1 goaltend a game. He has to do it. Don't understand why, but he just has to. Mark Williams was our only player that decided he wanted to try in the first quarter. I'm pretty sure he had 10 in the first. And he finished the game with 18. But here's what's very confusing. I don't know if you know more than me on this one. Why did he only play 23 minutes?
I think we were trying to match the Nets small lineup. That was Clifford's decision to kind of match that speed. If he's doing his thing, keep him in the game. I mean, if we have a size advantage, we don't have, I don't know.
That's what I'm, like 8 for 8, 18 points. he was getting rebounds. You know, I don't understand why take him out of the game. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't think he played the entire fourth quarter.
But like I said, the Nets had 17 transition points just in the first quarter. And I think Clifford saw that and immediately was like, "This, we can't keep Mark Williams in the game." Which I get it, but I mean, sometimes you got to fight offense with offense. You know, Clifford didn't see that this game, so
He doesn't see a lot of stuff.
I agree on that.
Should see how much he gets booed when he gets introduced.
So Brandon Miller, 16 points in the first half, finished with 22, kind of slowed down. 2 threes, he had a really nice layup, and he's had a couple good layups so far to start the season. And then he had that chase down, kind of like double hand block on Cam Thomas that I thought was a goaltend at first, but it was great athleticism to chase him down and get that. I know he talked about integrating him into the starting lineup. From a scale from 1 to now, when should we put Brandon Miller in the starting lineup? Now.
It has to be now. You know, it's weird, but I think it'd have to be for Hayward. Even though we're paying Hayward $30 million, he needs to go on the bench. Miller has been playing really well. You know, I remember I did say last podcast Hayward played really well in the previous game, even though we lost. But he did okay today. But Miller is he's on fire right now. You know, I'm loving what I'm seeing. He's active on defense, just like I said last episode. He's attacking the rim. He can work on a little bit of his decision making when it comes to shooting. It's fine, you know. That's you know, he's a rookie. He's going to learn because he does force a couple shots that don't need to be forced. He needs to be in the starting lineup now. You know, it's we're at that point. You know, we're 3 games in, but it's now, in my opinion.
I'd have to agree 100%. I think if you already have a young player who's thriving and he's filled with confidence, and I think he's anxious to get into that starting lineup, and he probably feels like he deserves to be in that starting lineup, you can replace him with Hayward, Washington. Obviously, those are guys who have been in the league, and they feel like they deserve a starting spot, and they might feel some type of way. But I feel like if they're any sort of a teammate at all, which might honestly be a question for someone like Hayward, I mean, you'd want him to be in the starting lineup. You'd want to see him grow. Because, I mean, it's not like Hayward's going to be here after this year anyways. You might as well start developing Brandon Miller. At least on this road trip we have, this 3-game road trip, I think he needs to get in. Maybe not exactly next game, but one of these games he needs to get in.
I think next would be perfect. We're against the Rockets.
Pacers, Mavericks. All games where we could use some length and shooting. Mm-hmm. I mean, you need that every game. What am I even talking about? So as a team tonight, we shot 49% from the field, almost 26% from 3. And I think most of that is literally LaMelo. I think LaMelo's bringing that down maybe 15% by himself. Terry Rozier on the year, 20% from 3. LaMelo, 25%.
Yeah, Rozier, the problem with Rozier is he also chucks up some bull crap and thinks that it'll go in. Nah, bro. You can't just be chucking up shots, man. Come on. Like, I love your shooting. Like, I don't, like, that's the point of the game. But if you're just thinking you're Harlem Globetrotters, just chucking that and then hope it goes in, nah, that's not how it works, bro. This is the NBA, dude. Not the circus.
PJ, 21% from 3. I mean, you could chop these games up, right? And you could say, well, if we just made some of these shots, we'd be in the game. And that's totally true. I mean, that is a make or miss league. Some of the shots you think are going to go in. Wide open shots aren't going to fall. So, there's so many variables that go into it, but you're totally right. Some of these shots we take completely ill-advised early in the shot clock. It's like, say we get an offensive rebound, we kick it out, LaMelo Ball shoots it from, like, the logo. And I'm like, dude, you could have reset, could have did anything just to get a better look. I get taking a shot quick in the shot clock, but you only do that if you have a good look before the defense sets up. It feels like we're shooting 17 seconds left in the shot clock, and it's just so we can shoot it. It's like we want more possessions. I don't know. What's your take on that?
I really don't know. Honestly, if we're just gonna like refer to like LaMelo doing that, it's because he personally today looked like he did not care. He's probably like, I want to go home, you know, hang out with my dogs, maybe watch the Hornets on TV. Like, bro, come on.
You wanted to cause a car accident.
Nonsense.
Back from the game, he wanted to go back home with book night and eat some Doritos.
Doritos Locos Tacos. Nah, for real, though, like, take your time. You have 24 seconds to shoot the ball. Find the open guy, break the defense, do something smart with the ball.
The Pacers will be coming off a back-to-back against the Cavs. I'm really hoping we could catch them kind of slipping in that game. But what are our predictions for the Rockets game? Rockets have been looking
I would like to start with, I was right about the Nets winning. I'm going to go with the Hornets.
I think Hornets win by 7. This is the Mr. Bobcats podcast. I'm your host, Will.
Your host, Chris.
We will see you next time. Peace!